In 2026, the bulk buying landscape has changed. While Sam's Club has recently completed a massive, made-without reformulation, removing over 40 artificial ingredients from its Members Mark line, employees still warn that bulk isn't always better. Warehouse workers see the behind-the-scenes reality of what sits on the shelves too long, what loses its texture in the freezer, and what simply isn't a good deal once you account for waste. The real reason these 8 items are on the do not buy list is quality degradation. In a warehouse environment, certain foods are prone to rapid spoilage, texture issues, or deceptive pricing. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are the 8 foods Sam's Club employees warn you to think twice about before tossing into your oversized cart. 1. Fresh produce in oversized bags. The employee warning. Employees often see members return massive bags of spinach or strawberries just 48 hours after purchase. The real reason is the middle package rot. In bulk containers, the produce in the center is often under higher pressure and lacks airflow, causing it to rot significantly faster than a standard grocery store pint. The squeeze. Unless you are feeding a group of 10 people today, 30% to 50% of the bag typically ends up in the trash. The moisture trapped in Sam's Club's thick plastic bulk wrap acts as a greenhouse for mold. The advice. Employees suggest buying your produce at a standard grocer or farmer's market where you can inspect every piece. The bulk discount disappears the moment you throw away half the bag. 2. Members Mark rotisserie baby back ribs. The employee warning. While the rotisserie chickens are legendary, the pre-cooked ribs are a different story. In 2026, employees on Reddit have revealed that many locations have actually pulled these from the rotation due to consistent member complaints about texture failure. The squeeze. These ribs are often cooked off-site, frozen for months, and then merely reheated in the club's rotisserie ovens. This double cooking process results in meat that is frequently described as rubbery or chewy rather than fall off the bone. The reality. For roughly $13, you get meat that relies heavily on a mediocre sauce packet to mask the dryness. Employees recommend buying raw ribs from the meat department and cooking them yourself to avoid the reheated rubber experience. 3. Bulk cereal, large double packs. The employee warning. Cereal is a staple, but the Sam's Club 2-box bundles are a trap for anyone without a large family. The real reason is oxidation staleness. Once a massive bag of cereal is opened, the clock starts ticking much faster than most people can finish it. The squeeze. Unless your household consumes cereal daily, the second half of the bag inevitably turns stale before you reach it. The thin plastic liners in bulk boxes aren't designed for long-term freshness once the seal is broken. The advice. Look for sales at local grocery stores. You can often find name-brand cereals for a lower price per ounce when they are on buy one get one deals, allowing you to keep smaller boxes sealed and fresh until needed. 4. Members Mark Rising Crust Pizza. The employee warning. Frozen pizza is the ultimate convenience, but employees warn that the Members Mark Rising Crust version often leaves shoppers disappointed. The real reason is chemical aftertaste and spongy texture. Even after the 2025/2026 reformulations, members report that the dough fails to crisp up properly. The squeeze. Reviews frequently cite a chemical flavor in the cheese and a sauce that feels off. The dough is engineered to rise in the oven, but it often ends up with a pithy or bread-like texture that lacks the snap of a real pizza crust. The reality. Sam's Club carries other premium frozen brands that employees actually buy themselves. They suggest skipping the store brand here to avoid a soggy bread dinner that even an air fryer can't save. 5. Members Marked Tzatziki. The employee warning. Mediterranean food is trending in 2026, but employees suggest you stay away from the bulk store brand tzatziki. The real reason is pectin overload. To keep the dip stable in such a large container, it is often loaded with thickeners that ruin the traditional creamy texture. The squeeze. Employees and members have described the consistency as jelly-like or wobbly, which is the opposite of what a fresh yogurt dip should be. The flavor is often cited as bland compared to the vibrant, acidic punch of authentic tzatziki. The advice: tzatziki is incredibly cheap and easy to make at home with Greek yogurt and a cucumber. If you must buy it, look for smaller, premium brands that don't rely on stabilizers to maintain their shape in a giant tub. 6. Ground coffee, giant tins. The employee warning: buying a 3-pound tin of pre-ground coffee seems like a smart financial move, but coffee lovers and the employees who stock them know better. The real reason is flavor evaporation. Coffee begins to lose its aromatic oils the moment it is ground. In a giant tin, this process is accelerated every time you open the lid. The squeeze: by the time you get to the bottom half of the tin, you are essentially drinking brown water with no complexity or caffeine punch. The advice: if you must buy coffee at Sam's Club, buy the whole bean bags and grind them in small batches. This preserves the flavor and ensures you aren't wasting money on a giant container of stale dust. 7. Bulk condiments, ketchup and mustard. The employee warning: it is tempting to buy the food service-sized jugs of ketchup, but unless you are hosting a 50-person barbecue every weekend, it's a mistake. The real reason is separation and oxidation. Once opened, these giant containers are difficult to store and prone to spoilage at the nozzle. The squeeze: most families cannot finish a gallon of ketchup before the color turns a dark, unappealing brown and the vinegar starts to separate. These large jugs are also notoriously difficult to fit in a standard residential refrigerator. The advice: buy the multi-packs of standard-sized bottles. You get the bulk price, but you can keep the individual bottles sealed and fresh until you actually need them. 8. Pre-made deli salads, potato/macaroni. The employee warning: the giant tubs of potato or macaroni salad in the deli section are often flagged by employees for deceptive ingredients. Even with the made without commitment, these salads are heavily processed to survive a long shelf life in a cold case. The squeeze: the high mayo to vegetable ratio makes these incredibly calorie-dense with very little nutritional value. Furthermore, the texture of the potatoes or pasta often becomes mushy after sitting in the dressing for days at a time. The reality: these are filler foods that rarely taste as good as the home-cooked version. Employees suggest that if you need a side dish for a party, it's better to buy a bag of potatoes and a jar of quality mayo to whip up a fresh batch in 10 minutes. The bulk buying strategy for 2026. In 2026, Sam's Club is a better place to shop than ever before thanks to their cleaner ingredient standards, but the bulk trap remains. The key to a successful trip is distinguishing between long-life essentials, paper towels, rice, beans, and quality-sensitive perishables. Employees know that the best deals are the ones you actually finish.